Hi, I'm Shao. Soon after you buy your first interchangeable lens camera, you realize that once you bought into a camera system, you are locked inside it. It becomes apparent after you buy your second lens. Then you realize that your choice in buying more optic is limited to the portfolio that your camera manufacturer offers, and some third-party lenses that fit the same mount. Now, this creates some problems for you, especially if you take your photography seriously, because it becomes prohibitively expensive and uncomfortable to even consider changing your camera brand. Let's say there is a lens that you would really like to use, perhaps a wide-angle prime. If you own an APS-C camera, chances are that your brand or your camera manufacturer does not offer this type of lens, but other manufacturers in other brands do. That puts you in an awkward position because on the one hand you are screaming to your manufacturer that you need such a lens to be made for your mount, while on the other hand you suffer some cognitive dissonance. So you have to defend or justify your choice of a brand, of a mount, in front of other shooters, mainly on online communities or forums where there are multiple brand users. And this conflict creates some, let's say, unpalatable exchanges. If you've been following the photographic community for a few years, and you probably know what I'm talking about. People tend to take any criticism of the camera brand they use very personally, emotionally, and the tones of those conversations soon become unpleasant. Nowadays, things are different because we use mirrorless cameras, most of us anyway, and with a short flange distance and the abundance of more and more sophisticated adapters, you are not compelled to limit yourself to the optics made by your camera manufacturer, not even the optics made for the mount of your camera. I'm just back from a short retreat with my family, and I did not have a chance to change the lenses I used for this retreat. So let's have a look of what I have in my bag at the moment. Don't worry, I'm not trying to brag about anything. Most of what you will see is dirt cheap and not really impressive, but let's have a look. So this is my camera bag. Let's open it. Here I have the camera. It's my faithful Nikon Z with a TechArt autofocus adapter and Typoc Chimera 28mm, which is a favorite lens of mine. It's a lens made for the M-mount rangefinder system. Now, here I have the Nikon 40mm f2 lens. It's a simple, inexpensive lens for the Z mount. I really like it. It makes nice poppy images. This is an older lens. It's the Jupiter 3 50mm f1.5 Zona copy. I like to use this lens for portraits or anytime I want to make painterly or abstract images. It has a special rendering of color, which I really like. And this is the Jupiter 9. It's one of my favorite portrait lenses, a low contrast lens made for the M42 thread mount. It's a reflex mount. So if I want to adapt it to my camera, I need to add another adapter. So this is an M42 to Leica M adapter. I just screw the lens into it. And then I put the lens onto the TechArt adapter. Now this is quite a monstrosity. neither the camera nor the lens were meant to work with each other, but it simply works. So if anyone asks me what photographic system do I use, it would be hard for me to give a good answer. Do I use the Z mount, the M mount, the Leica thread mount, or perhaps M42? It's difficult because I can adapt almost any lens I want to my camera, with some limitations, but those limitations are becoming less and less. Adapters are becoming really good in translating the commands of the camera to the lens, and of course there are some limitations. Autofocus is somewhat slower and more jumpy when you use manual lenses with this Tech-Art adapter, and stabilization is not very well supported with long telephoto lenses. But in general, those problems are being solved as we speak. In 2 years, the operation of adapted lenses will be almost seamless, I think. Of course, if you insist, you can buy only lenses that are made by the manufacturer of your camera, like things used to be. But why would you do that? There's a good argument for using adapted lenses. The difference in flange distance, especially with lenses made for reflex system, are rather large, and that distance creates opportunities. For example, take this Tech-Art adapter, the autofocus adapter I use. The difference in flange distance enables inserting motors into the adapter, which can change the distance of the lens from the mount, and by that achieve autofocus. Other examples are tilt adapters, where you can control the distribution of sharpness in your images by tilting the axis of the optics vis-a-vis the sensor. Canon, I think, introduced an adapter where you can slot in filters between the lens and the camera, which is an economical solution to working with filters. I even have an idea of using an adapter with a layer of high refractive index glass to add more depth to the photos made by flat lenses. It makes sense because as we saw in the last video, the type of glass mainly at the back of the lens, the rear end of the lens does make a difference in the appearance of pop in the images. So why not make it optional? If you want, you can remove this filter and get very precise clinical results from lenses with a lot of ED glass. But if you want, you can insert the filter into that slot in the adapter, and that will increase the depth or depth rendering in your photos. We can look at the photographic systems in terms of three intermingled modules. The first module, which creates the image, is the lens, the optical objective. The second one is the image capturing module, which is the camera. The third one is the processing module, which can be either on board, inside the camera, or off board. If you want to just capture a raw file and then process it later. Now, if there is no bounding limitation of which lens you would use on your camera, then the capturing module becomes just a generic platform. You can choose it by the characteristics of the mount itself. Now, currently the most universal mount is Nikon Z mount, because it has the shortest focal flange distance. It's also the widest throat of them all. So this means that you can adapt almost any lens ever made on your Nikon camera. You can even adapt lenses made for other mirrorless systems. Now, this brings another insight. It is better to buy adapted lenses than lenses made specifically for the mount of your camera. First of all, as I suggested before, distance means opportunity. So you can add capabilities to the optics or the communication between the camera and the optics by using smart adapters with clever capabilities. And second, if you ever want to replace your camera with something that has another mount, you can still do it. If you buy Nikon lenses for your Nikon camera, you can only use them on a Nikon camera, only on a Z mount. But then why not buy equivalent lenses made by Sony, for example, or Zeiss lenses made for the Sony mount? You can still mount them on your Z camera with very little limitation. The operation will be almost seamless. There are already adapters on the market that offer fast autofocus and aperture control of these lenses. And if in the future Sony makes a camera that is superior to your Nikon camera in a meaningful way, it adds capability that you really need, then all you have to do is change the platform and use a Sony camera, and it will still accept your optics. So that's just a thought. So thank you for watching.